and often appear in hot and humid weather. Bondi Beach and Clovelly Beach were closed on Tuesday for tests. Patches are disappointed as temperatures are set to soar up to 40 degrees later this week.
Cut the beach down.
The quiet waters at nearby Clovelly were also hit by the red tide, a spectacle of nature no one here has seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like this down here before. You see a lot of seaweed and out and sort of algae at times, but nothing like what it is today.
The thick algae starved the water of oxygen, killing fish.
I'm not that brave. I like to keep a distance from things that look red and scary.
Lifeguards warned swimmers to keep out. Not everyone.
It's been a big day in Moscow as well. Just a quick chance to look at these pictures because this is the heaviest November snowfall in 50 years. Took place in the course of the last few hours. More on the website, bbc.com/news, of course. But hard times in Moscow.
Heavy snowstorms have severely disrupted traffic northwest of Moscow as cars and lorries have become stuck, some for as long as 3 days. With the traffic jam reaching over 200 kilometres, emergency field kitchens have been set up to help the stranded drivers battling sub-zero temperatures.
Heavy floods swept Panama on Sunday after relentless and torrential rains caused rivers to burst their banks near residential areas. Authorities have declared emergency zones in some of the worst-hit areas in the north and west of the country, as the deluge blocked roads and bridges. Local media reported that at least 2 residents died after downpours triggered a landslide. Authorities estimate up to 800 homes could be damaged. One resident says the floods are the worst she's witnessed.
We have never seen flooding like this. We have seen flooding in houses close to the river, but like this, to reach roads and further, never.
Authorities have promised a swift response to the crisis, deploying soldiers and teams of volunteers to help distribute aid. The floods hit shortly before the end of the wet season.
Now to round 3 of those severe storms in Northern California and other parts of the West tonight. Homeowners on alert as rivers threaten all day to swell over their banks. NBC's Miguel Almaguer is in the Sierra Nevada town of Truckee, California, along the river there. Miguel, good evening.
Lester, good evening. Tonight, the Truckee River is raging. Take a look at the surging water line. It actually sits above flood stage. But so Washoe County tonight does remain in a state of emergency. But there's some good news. Nearly every home in this area sits well above the cresting water line. This storm has been battering this region for several days. This is the 3rd storm system to hit this area in just 5 days. This mountain community caught a break today when steady rain turned into a blanket of snow. The colder temperatures meant less water actually worked its way into the rising river. So much of California was battered. In Sacramento, thousands lost power after the storm knocked down trees and flooded roads, while in San Francisco, rail transit lost power during several hours today during the height of today's storm. But again, Lester, the big concern was the Truckee River, where homeowners narrowly averted disaster today. Lester.
All right, Miguel Almaguer in California.
Another Pacific storm soaking Northern California this weekend. It's leaving thousands of weary homeowners without power as well. It's the 3rd storm to hit the region in less than a week, unleashing floodwaters and damaging homes in San Francisco, Sacramento, and several surrounding communities. People who've lived in the area for decades say they have never seen anything like this.
I mean, this thing just went up fast. This went real fast.
We've had previously where it's gotten up real high, but hasn't gotten this bad.
You live right here in the park for
right there.
Oh, right here, and you're
yeah,
underwater.
Right there. I got my mom out. I took her down to a friend's house down the street because you never know with water like this what it's going to do.
People are evacuating out of the park. They're totally trying to get out of here, and as you see in the front of the park, you can't get out. I had to park up on the hill and walk down this side hill to get in here. So it's really, it's very bad in here.
Rob Marciano's been tracking the storms from the CNN Weather Center in Atlanta. And Rob, somebody on Facebook was saying it feels like just 5 minutes of a reprieve, and then here it comes again.
As you see and heard, the damage for the most part already done. We're seeing some infrastructure damage. Take a look at some of the stuff coming out of Oakland in and around this area, Lafayette. That neighborhood inundated with rainfall, and some of the hillsides there taking out not only homes but the structure of roadways there. So you're talking about serious damage to the roads, both primary and secondary, and that's going to continue. Also, you get this kind of water over top of roadways, people driving through it. Rescues, a problem. Pescadero, this area, saw a number of water rescues there with the fire department on hand to get their trained squad out there to rescue folks. And Napa Valley also seeing it, north of San Francisco. Tremendous amount of rainfall there. Some of the rivers up and over the top of their flood banks. And that will continue today. So the Sacramento River is still under flood stage, and they're releasing some of the pressure from some of the dams across Northern California as well. Some dramatic ones.
Una cosa assurda. Una cosa mai vista a Taranto. Gesù mio. C'è stato un lampo là, sicuramente sarà saltato qualche palo della luce.
ANC's Pinky Webb has been monitoring developments at the NDRRMC, and she joins us on the line for the latest on Typhoon Pablo. Pinky, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Hi, Carmina. Latest report from the NDRRMC. 2 have died due to Typhoon Pablo. The first fatality was identified as Merlinda Balante from Davao Oriental, who is 60 years old. Merlinda Balante died due to a falling tree. The second fatality is Jigger Gumonit, 30 years old from the Chinese Oriental. Jigger Gumonit died when his motorcycle was hit by a falling tree. Pablo has slightly veered moving northwest and will hit Aguilaran, Bohol in a few